Good day to everybody. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. And as always, thanks for being here. And as always, the support is much appreciated. In this video, I am touching on the game last night involving the Jamaica U20s, the Reggae Boyz, the young Reggae Boyz were in action last night versus Martinique U20s in the Concacaf U20 World Cup qualifiers. Right, so this was the first game. Jamaica versus Martinique. And as you can see on your screen, the young Reggae Boyz won the game 1-0 through a 67th minute very strange goal from Romain Blake. You know, people don't ask me how it score. I don't know how. I can't tell you how the goal score. I just know say Romain Blake got the winner for us. You know, one of the few players that is coming over from the last U20 World Cup campaign. He scored, you know, former JC and Waterhouse standout player Romain Blake, currently at the Chicago Fire 2 in the MLS Next Pro. Chicago Fire second string team. So, you know, he got the goal, a big winner, big in the context that, you know, we need to top the group. Only the team that tops this group with Jamaica, Martinique, Bermuda, and Grenada, only the top team goes through to the next round. So starting the World Cup qualifiers with a draw was far from ideal, right? Far from ideal. So it was a big winner. However, again, don't ask me how the goal score. I don't know. The best way I can describe it here is that it was a ball from back to front from the defender trying to play the forwards in behind. And I can't tell you what Martinique's goalkeeper was doing. Some way, somehow, it ended up in the back of the net, right? So big goal to give us a big victory. The first thing I want to touch on quickly, big up to Kerry James, because, you know, Kerry realized that a number of Jamaican-based fans were struggling to get a hold of the game. How I saw it, well, especially the first half, he was at the game and he decided to stream the game live on his IG, to go live on his Instagram. So big up Kerry James, because I would have missed the first half if it wasn't for him. You know, I had tried earlier. I knew about Tubi TV, tried Tubi TV with the VPN. It just never did a load. I don't know why, right? Tried Concacaf Go with the VPN. It never did a load. I don't know why. It wasn't on YouTube. You know, sometimes it can be a real struggle sometimes to see our national teams play. And I think especially a game of this magnitude should be far easier to access for Jamaican footballing fans. The game should be far more accessible. We're not supposed to have to use VPN and jump through all of these bag of hurdles to watch a U20 World Cup qualification game. The Jamaican fans abroad seem to have no problem finding these games. But Jamaican fans at home, it's always a struggle. Well, I shouldn't say always, but sometimes it can be a real struggle to watch various national teams play. Nowadays, it's a little bit better because Concacaf streams some of the games on their YouTube channel. However, for some strange reason, I can just use a VPN. But however, I don't know why this game was not being streamed on Concacaf's YouTube channel. So, and the JFF started doing it, but need to be more consistent in terms of letting us know where the games are being played. And, you know, if they can do a better job in terms of helping, you know, making the games more accessible to us. You know, this helps with engagement, JFF. Let us know where the games are being played and make the games more accessible as well. You have your Instagram. You know, type it in the caption. You know, where can we watch the game? A word of mouth. And we have to run up and down and try to find where this game is being played. Anyways, with that being said, touching on the game a bit now, right? It was kind of a game of two halves, and understandably so. One of the most important things for me when I watch a Jamaican team play is especially how the team looks in build-up. I want to see structure on both sides of the ball, but especially how the team looks in build-up, right? And in the first half, what I saw from the young Reggae Boyz, I saw a game plan that could have been executed a bit better, right? I saw attempts at the game plan, but the execution could have been better, right? I saw that we were front pressing Martinique and trying to keep the game in Martinique's half, right? Trying to win the ball in advanced areas and catch them out, catch them disorganized, which, worked to a certain extent from the standpoint of there are a number of times when Martinique looked vulnerable. However, again, the execution not the best. Also, in watching the first half, we were playing the ball around from side to side, constantly switching the point of attack, trying to see if we can create space to exploit Martinique, because Martinique, for the most part, was sitting in a mid to low block. So you constantly saw us, switching the play from side to side, the center backs at the half line, playing it around, trying to see if we can find space or, shift Martinique to create space to exploit. Also, whenever Martinique was in the mid block, we saw those balls over the top, looking for the runs of forward players in behind the Martinique backline to exploit that space in behind the Martinique backline, right? So, that was also something that we saw from defense, to attack one ball over the entire Martinique team, basically, to exploit that space in behind. So, and well, that ball came from the defense and also midfield as well. Some on occasion the midfielders would ping those passes as well. And that's how the goal scored. That's how we got the goal, a ball from back to front over the back line. Never went according to plan, but we still got the go-ahead goal nonetheless. Again, the execution in the final third and in the opposition half, could have been better. And I'm not going to boil that down to the coaches. Obviously, the players have to take responsibility where that is concerned. Promising attacks, promising plays, broke down carelessly in a lot of instances. And there were even a lot of times in the game where there was a lot of space in front of the players to exploit, and just a simple thing like driving into that space to exploit that space was not done. Just little things like that. The execution could have been better. But to be fair, in the first half, the boys did still create a number of chances, a number of opportunities to score. Again, execution. And we were the more threatening team throughout the entirety of the game. We created, the most chances, or we created more chances than Martinique, better quality chances, etc., etc. But again, the execution, left a bit to be desired. The second half, things kind of changed a bit because of an early red card, right? Went down a man. Now, by the way, the refereeing in this game was dreadful. Whether it's the fourth officials, whether it's the on-field referee, it was a disgrace. It was a joke. And I'm not just saying that because we got a red card. Even the red card that Martinique got later on, late in the second half, really and truly was not a red card, right? Now, my thing is, I don't think that we deserved that red card. The player that got the red card for us, we didn't deserve it. It was a second yellow. He had gotten a yellow just shortly before that. Then he got the second yellow. I don't think it was a yellow card. Poor decision from the referee. But to be fair, it was also poor defensive play from the player that got the red card. It was poor, right? Basically, what took place is that he was lackadaisical in getting goal side of the attacker and basically panicked at the last second, which led to a slip, which led to him basically slipping and kind of falling on the player, sort of like, and fouling the player. Was it a second yellow? No, but it was still careless from the player nonetheless, and it was a poor decision from the referee. So because of that, we went down a man. By the way, that same defender too, while he's a very talented defender, he has shown a tendency in the practice games and now this game to make silly mistakes. He's a good talent, but he needs to cut out those mistakes. Those mistakes have been costing us dearly in the practice matches and now in this game. We're going to have to play the next game without him, and we played a good portion of the second half, most of the second half, without him, a man down. He could have easily have gone. All right. After the red card, basically it was game management. You know, I just think that we were trying to manage the game, pick our moments to go forward, you know, and the most important thing was probably not to concede, even though I think we were still, I mean, we could, even in the second half when we were a man down, I think we created the better opportunities as well. But from my vantage point, it was mainly about game management in that particular scenario. And I think that also points to the quality of Martinique as well. The mere fact that even though they played a long period with a man advantage, you know, and you know, there were times in the second half where, you know, they had us in precarious positions, but I still never really feel threatened by Martinique, to be honest with you. See, that's my humble opinion. So, you know, and then Martinique got their red card and, you know, it evened out. And, you know, by that time we had already gotten the goal. You know, we got the goal when we were a man down. Again, it was a crazy goal, man, a weird goal. You know, I can't even explain fully what happened, but, you know, we scored the goal. We got it in the 67th minute. And, yeah, we won the game. Big 3 points. We won the game. Big 3 points. The most important thing for me, I saw a structure. I saw attempts at a structure in this football game. Again, the execution could have been better, but I see attempts at a structure. You know, hopefully in the next game tomorrow versus Grenada, the young Reggae Boyz can step up and perform even better than they did in last night's game, in tomorrow's game. And I wish the young Reggae Boyz the best going forward. You know, all these 3 games are games that they should be winning, I think, you know. So let us see how the young Reggae Boyz execute tomorrow. And, you know, we're wishing the young Reggae Boyz all the best in tomorrow's game versus Grenada. Hopefully, we as fans don't have, you know, as many problems tomorrow finding the game as we did last night, right? By the way, one other thing that I have to really and truly give the boys credit for, I think they held their own defensively, right? Defensively, even when we went a man down, you know, I never really feel like we did going to lose the game, to be fair to the young Reggae Boyz. But offensively, I think there's work to be done and there's improvement that needs to be made. With that being said, knock up the likes button, subscribe and share, and hit me in the comment section and let me know what you think. Take care, stay safe, and until next time. And wishing the young Reggae Boyz all the best in tomorrow's game.